Stylish Life. My name is Shakayla Diamond, and happy Black History Month. It is still Black History Month. Today is currently February 18th. So we have about a week and a half, well, like 10 days left until Black History Month is over. But like I said, we celebrate us all throughout the year. February, we just turn it up a little bit. There has been some stuff going on in Black History Month that is trying to dampen our party, but we're going to keep the momentum going. So today's video is about how to support Black businesses and how to reach back to Black businesses. I wanted to talk about this topic, especially in the midst of all of the things happening in the fashion industry with racist things like from Gucci and them doing the blackface turtleneck, and people now deciding to support Black businesses and yell, you know, start our own. Every time something like this happens, there are a lot of people within the Black community that yell, we should start our own. Why haven't we started our own? But they don't realize that there are many Black owned brands that started their own, and the support just has not been given to them. So it's about time that we take matters into our own hands and stop saying support our own when something goes wrong, and support our own before it even gets to that point. So today, I want to start off by saying that there are many ways to support Black owned businesses and Black creatives that go far beyond just purchasing an item or, you know, spending your money. Although you should spend your money because you spend it other places, so you might as well spend your money with a Black owned business too. But there are other things that you can do to support that brand as well. So I have a little bit of a list of things that you can do besides just purchasing an item. So one thing that you can do is referrals. If you know somebody looking for someone that does this particular thing and you know somebody who does it, you can refer them. If you know somebody who's looking for a logo, refer a Black graphic designer. If you know somebody who's looking for a particular piece of clothing and you know a Black designer that does that, refer them. If somebody's looking for a photographer and you know a Black photographer, refer them. A lot of business comes from word of mouth, so those referrals does help take that business a long way. Another thing is sharing and passing down business advice. So a lot of the time when a lot of Black people get into certain positions of power or positions to where they can feel like they're doing great in their career, a lot of people don't send the elevator back down. And what I mean by that is that they feel like it's more of like a crabs in a barrel mentality, like, oh, I made it out so I don't have to worry about it. But no, when you get to that certain stature, send the elevator back down to give another Black person, creative, or a Black business owner the opportunity to sit at that table with you. Because the more chairs that you pull up to that table that are filled with Black people, we are, you know, creating more opportunity, and eventually we can have our own tables that still has the same amount of resources as those other tables. Because we don't want to create tables that, you know, nobody's talking at. We don't want to create tables that are silent or tables where nobody knows what's on the menu. So pull Black people up to these tables, and then we can go on to branch off and create our own. Also, when it comes to sharing and passing down information, at one point in time you didn't know either, so you can't take information and say, oh, I know now, so, you know, I don't have to worry about it. But no, if nobody would have told you some information, or you wouldn't have gotten hold of certain information, then you wouldn't be in the place that you're at either. And it's not to say, you know, do the work for people, but people don't know what they don't know. And it's a difference between a person wanting you to do all the work and a person just needing a little bit of help. And also, certain information is not available to certain Black people. A lot of us, you know, information is not available to us. So when you get into a certain caliber and you become aware of that certain, you know, withheld information, yes, pass it back down so that we can strengthen our communities and our businesses as well. The next is opening their range of opportunity. So like I was just saying, it goes right into referrals. If you hear somebody who needs something done, then you can reach back to somebody who you know that does that and open that opportunity for them, because that one opportunity can lead into something else and lead into something else. For instance, if you're on a set like a photo shoot or a video shoot or something and they need a hairstylist, call on a Black hairstylist and say, I need a hairstylist right now. post it on social media. Social media is a very powerful tool right now, and a lot of talented people are found on social media. So if you're on a set and they say, I need a hairstylist, I need a makeup artist, I need somebody who can do this person flaked out, blah blah blah, post it up, call somebody up, spread the word real quick, get it around, and bring that person in. And that person could do a great job, and they've opened a world of opportunity. That person who needed someone really quickly might call on them again because they came through and they showed out. And I'm not saying, you know, give opportunity to people just because, but there are many credible Black people to do these jobs, and they come in, they show out, and that world of opportunity has been open for them because you spread the word back. So next is mentorship. I take a lot of pride in this as well. I feel like it's very important to reach back, like I was just talking about, but also take someone under your wing as well. It could be a younger person that wants to do what you're doing, or just might need a little help, or you know, you might have just seen them around and you want to help them out and show them the way, or give them a little bit of advice and just be there for them, because it's a lot of people who don't have somebody to look up to, so they feel like something isn't attainable for them, or a certain career isn't attainable for them, or a certain thing isn't attainable for them because they don't have people to show them that this is possible. Like for me, for example, I'm a first generation college student, and a lot of the stuff that I learned while in college, or the opportunities that I got, I had to do on my own, because like I just said, I'm a first generation college student. I'm the first person in my family to go into fashion. I'm the first person in my family to do a lot of things, so I didn't have anybody to look up to say, okay, I do it like this, I do it like that. It took a lot of like trial and error, and still to this day trial and error, to, you know, do what I want to do or get where I want to be. And there were people who helped me out along the way. A lot of information I found out on my own, but there were some people that I came in contact with that helped me out as well. So if I see younger girls going into what I'm going into, even if they go to my school and they are just the same major as me, I might take them in and say, you know, if you need something, call me. If you need something, text me. If you know, just want somebody to talk to, let me know, because I know how it feels to not have anybody and not know what to do next, because you don't have anybody to get advice from that can relate to you. So being a mentor to younger people, because like I keep saying, at one point you didn't know either, and you don't know what you don't know. So if you can take somebody in and show them the way, because you've learned the way, you didn't do it all by yourself, so make that a priority to take in somebody and say, okay, I'm gonna help you out because you remind me a little bit of myself, or you know, I don't want you to have to keep bumping your head when I know the information and I could just tell it to you or show it to you. I'm not saying help somebody who don't want to be helped, but if you see somebody who has potential and who's kind of going in the right direction, but they don't really know what to do and they just need a little bit of help, they just need a little bit of motivation, take that on. And then I'm also the type of person where, just in general, I don't have to necessarily be a mentor to you personally, but I might, you know, post stuff on social media and it just so happens to motivate you. And I follow a lot of women older than me like that. It's, you know, a lot of online mentors, and I think that that's one of the great things about social media and Instagram, is that you see a lot of, you know, online mentors who are not mentoring you directly, but they're motivating you, and they're able to show you this is possible. They're able to show you, okay, I could do this, or let me implement this into my business, or let me see, you know, what I can do if I did this, or, you know, just feeling like, okay, I could do this because she did it. So mentorship, whether it's direct or indirect, I feel like that is very important, and it's something that can help a Black business or a Black creative get to where they're trying to go. Next is connections with people that connecting people that you feel like, you know, could build a relationship with someone else that might be beneficial. So if you come in contact with let's say somebody who has somebody who has like a warehouse, or who does wholesale, and then you have somebody who wants to do a boutique. making that direct connection, because you know these two people, and otherwise these two people might not have interacted with each other or even known who each other was, but you saw that that connection could have been made, and it might be a very beneficial relationship that branches off from that. And not to say you are trying to get somebody to use somebody else, but they can help each other. That person who wants a boutique can show that wholesale person how they can market to other boutiques that want to add different inventory. That wholesaler could show that boutique what they can do different, or places that they can get lower price items so that they can have more inventory. So building those connections and those relationships, linking people together that you think might mesh well and that might be beneficial for each other, and make it a two-way street. And you just never know who's in whose circle. So connecting people and making friends, you just never know who you might bump into. You never know who might know who. And a big part of business, like I said, is word of mouth, is referrals, is opportunities that were passed along from somebody else. So making those connections does not hurt you. People need to stop thinking that if I give them this information, then I lose out. You have to stop trying to be, you know, the only one to do this and the only one to do that, because beside what you can do for people, or how big your business is, or how much money you make, people judge you based off of how you treat other people. That at the end of the day, that's really what it is. So if you have that crabs in the barrel mentality, people will recognize that. It does not hurt you to pass back information, create opportunities, make connections with people. It actually will better you. Good karma is really a thing. So making those connections between people, and it might create a beneficial relationship, is also very important, and it can help that business. It's another thing that you can do that's free. You on your phone all day, you on Instagram and social media all day, you might say, hey, follow this person because I think you might like her, or here's this person's number, I see that you've been trying to do this, I can't help you, but she might be able to, this is my friend, yada yada yada. You just never know. And next is word of mouth and tagging and sharing and retweeting. Like I said, social media is really big right now. That's how a lot of creatives are finding their way and are able to be able to go viral or be known or be seen, and their work be spread all around because people are tagging people, sharing it, whatever. You might see somebody put in their caption, tag the shade room, tag this person, tag that person, because they're trying to get their work seen. And it doesn't take but 3 seconds for you to tag that person, or share this with that person, or repost it on your story, or say, hey, follow this person, they're doing great things. You might want to follow them. They have some amazing content, you know, they're very motivational, they sell this and they sell that, they have great products. Like that does not hurt you at all to retweet, post, share, whatever. You're spreading the word. And like I keep saying, a big part of business is word of mouth. I don't care how much social media there is, word of mouth marketing will always beat social media marketing, period. Because if the internet ends tomorrow, only thing that you're gonna have is word of mouth, which is what we started out with. So it's okay to repost, tag, share, tell a friend to tell a friend, tell a friend to tell a friend to buy something, tell a friend to tell a friend to share something, tell a friend to tell a friend to attend something. It does not hurt you. And that's pretty much all of the things that I came up with that, you know, you can do without having to purchase something. I also, just because I listed some things that you can do besides purchasing does not mean that I want you to not purchase. You should purchase because you spend the money on other things, and these things are of great quality. People a lot of the time find themselves trying to inquire about why a black-owned company is charging X amount of dollars for something, but they'll go buy it from this white company for the same exact price. Like if you're gonna be honest, you're not buying something because, oh, it's this quality. You're buying it because it had the brand name attached to it, has that clout. Because a lot of these black-owned brands have the same or better quality products. So you're not really looking at that. You're just looking at the fact that Gucci says Gucci, Louis Vuitton says Louis Vuitton, Off-White says Off-White, Fendi says Fendi, and Prada says Prada, and Dolce & Gabbana says Dolce & Gabbana. And not to say that those brands aren't good, but you are purchasing these brands because of the brand name that they are, and you are looking down upon these black owned brands because they don't have that clout just yet. But people need to stop going for what's popular and just go with integrity. Like, if you're not going to go and ask Nike for a discount, don't come and ask this black owned shoe brand for a discount, because you wouldn't dare go ask Nike that. You wouldn't dare go ask Nike, you know, why they charging what they charging. You just wouldn't purchase. So, you know, keep the same energy. Just keep the same energy. Another thing is supporting, like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, supporting the black brands that exist and helping them to elevate from being, you know, small and upcoming brands to established and well-known brands. Like I said, a lot of the time when these big scandals happen with these fashion brands, we shout, you know, let's start our own this, let's start our own that, let's support black people, let's buy black. But you wasn't keeping that same energy before this situation happened. Don't take for something crazy to happen for you to put respect on the businesses names that are already here and that are already created. Just take a little bit more time to, you know, do the research that you need to do to find out who these black brands are. If you purchase something black from a black brand once a month out the year, that's 12 items. That's still something. If you repost something on your social media feed twice a week, that's still something. Like, you're still helping a brand. But let's not wait until something bigger happens to want to respect the brands that are already there, or say let's start our own. But there are already brands here too that need that support, that need that help, that need that momentum to want to buy black. And then they have good products, so it's not like you going to support something that you don't even like or care about. It's a lot of different black owned brands that you can support that sell many different things, and they are of great quality. A lot of the ones that I named in one of my previous videos from this month, great quality products. You will not be disappointed. Amazing customer service. You will get your products on time. You won't have to worry about a bunch of other things going on. They might, you know, have more personal, not relationships, but more personal interactions with you as a customer. They'll probably value you as a customer more. That purchase has a little bit more love put into it. Just support what's already here before you go yelling about how something new needs to be created or something new needs to be done. And next is make sure that you're following these things, like adding opportunities for other people, because we yell, let's make our own table, let's stop trying to get seats at their table. But like I said, we all get to the table and it's quiet because people don't follow with actions, they just talk. Make opportunities for other black people, because we can keep pulling seats in, and then later on we can venture out after the table is full of us and we get the information that we need. We take note, we take that back, and we create our own tables that can be just as big or bigger, but we have the brain power and the knowledge and the resources to go and do just that, rather than having a table that's quiet and nobody knows what's on the menu. Also, next is, once you reach a certain level, send the elevator back down, like I already stated before. And also, this is more, these next few points are more specific to helping your community. So all of the time, even with a lot of rappers and their lyrics and their songs, it's always, I want to make it out the hood, I made it out the ghetto, I was in the hood, you know, we had to do what we had to do to get out of our situation. We didn't have this, we didn't have that. But once a lot of people get out of the hood or get out of the ghetto or get out of their situation, they don't reach back to that community, and that community is still in the same spot that it's been in for so long. And that's because once these people who did good leave, the people that's still in that community are still doing bad, because nobody reached back to try to give the people willing to learn the knowledge. Nobody reached back to put money in that community to make the business grow and to generate that money back into that community. But instead, you went and bought properties somewhere else. You went and bought this and that somewhere else, but didn't give back to that community that helped mold you to have the ambition and the drive and the work ethic that you had to get accomplished what you needed to get done. Next is reaching back to the younger people, because the younger people are the ones who at the end are going to make the biggest mark. So even if you don't want to go back to your community and, you know, shout to the mountaintops about do this, this, and that, take on some younger kids and start to mold them while they're young, to show them you can do this, you can do that. You can make it out this situation because I did. Here, take this. These are the type of things that you need to be doing right now. This is the type of things that I did. And then you might have some other adults who will follow along and start to create, you know, organizations, scholarships, programs for the youth to get out the streets and, you know, make the community better, make it look better, make people more proud, you know, create opportunities for them to go do different things that may not have been open to them previously. Next is buy property in the community that you come from, so that we don't have to worry about it being gentrified. Because if we buying it, it ain't getting gentrified, it's just getting better. So if we go back into our neighborhoods and we decide to buy the block, or we decide to buy these 3 businesses right here, we might, you know, buy it and resell it to another person in the community, but we're starting something. We're starting generational wealth. We're breaking those curses, and we're reaching back to tell this knowledge of, okay, for you to take this business, you get the business, you do it like this, you do this and you do that, but you keep growing it. You don't make it stagnant, you don't make it stay the same, but you keep it growing and you keep it going, and you keep buying more property, you keep buying more business, and then you create a better community than where you came from. So now everybody in that community is able to see, okay, like, okay, let's really get with it, because clearly it's working, clearly we doing something right. They really just came back and informed us on something we never would have knew before now. Because like I keep saying, a lot of information is not available to a lot of people until you get to a certain stature or a certain opportunity level or a certain connections or a certain group of friends. It's not available to you. So it's a lot of people who's going to receive that information and want to learn and want to do better and want to do more. I'm not saying, you know, force something on somebody, but the people who are willing to learn and open to learn, share that information, because it does not hurt you to share information. It really doesn't. It didn't take anything from you for you to say, okay, do it like this and do it like that. It actually should make you feel good to help somebody else out, especially if they're in your community or from where you're from. So if we want to say we getting out the hood, this and that, reach back to them. Reach back to where you came from. Don't forget where you came from. If you want to buy property and you want to own businesses, think about buying property and owning some businesses in the community that you came out from. So aside from helping your community, another thing to do is, if you are in an environment that they say they're looking for someone, I've already mentioned this point, but if you're in an environment that they say they're looking for a creative or somebody to come do something like, you know, a photo shoot, a video shoot, a conference, an event, whatever, if they say I need a hairstylist in 15 minutes, I need a nail tech in 15 minutes, I need a wardrobe stylist in 15 minutes, you make the phone calls to make that happen for people. Because like I keep saying, opportunity levels are different for different people. So an opportunity that's open to you might not be open to me. Overall, if you hear of an opportunity in the spaces and environments that you're in, take that information, pass the word out real quick, make a post, send it to whoever, and reach back into your community so that you can create more opportunities for people that might not have been available for. And it does not, like I keep saying, it doesn't hurt you to create another opportunity for somebody else. If clearly, you know, it's something that they're asking for, clearly you aren't able to do it, so it's not taking anything from you, because they're looking for that person, and if you're in that room, you must not be able to offer it if they didn't ask you first. So it's just a great thing to pass opportunities back along to other people. Send that elevator back down. That one opportunity can create 1,000 more opportunities for them, and it once again does not take anything from you. Passing that information back down will create other opportunities that will allow them to know I can do this too. So pass that opportunity, open that door, send the elevator back down, reach your hand back. It doesn't hurt you, but it helps a lot of people. And next is that we need to share resources as well, because knowledge is definitely wealth, and a lot of resources are not available to people, and that's why they can't grow their business into what they want it to be, or they can't reach the opportunities that they want to achieve because they don't have the resources. But if you know of organizations, grants, scholarships that might be able to help a business, that they can get money to do more things, pass that word out, or let people know, let them know what they can do to get that done. The biggest part is letting people know. What they do from there is up to them, but if you let them know what the information is, or what the resource is, or what the opportunity is, you've done your job. Your job is done. If they choose not to do it, they choose not to do it, but it's good karma on you that you let them know to begin with. And with me saying that, I'm not saying to do the work for people, or give people your information for free, or tell them everything that you've worked hard to find out, because you might not have gotten the help to find out this information. You might have been searching, finding, failed again to find out this information. But I'm saying certain things are okay to share with people. Things like opportunities are okay to share with other people. Like I said before, I'm not saying give out all your information, give them your vendors, tell them from point A to Z how you did this, and that. I'm not saying give them the blueprint. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying give them the steps on what happened all along the road, but I'm saying if you come across something that could help somebody else, it doesn't hurt you to pass it back. And once again, you cannot do all the work for people. If people are not willing to learn, they aren't willing to learn. But who I'm talking about in particular, passing the information back to, is people who are willing to grow and learn, and who want the opportunity, not people who are lazy and want a free ride. So that's the difference between that. I just don't want nobody getting confused. Do not go and do the work for people, or be telling them everything that you did to get to your point that you're at right now. But being able to help and share opportunities does not take anything from you. So next, overall, what I'm saying is the things that you can do to help and uplift other Black creatives and Black businesses, so that we can continue to buy Black and continue to support Black brands, and continue to start and help our own that have already started, before it comes to brands diminishing us and disrespecting us, is share opportunities, share resources, reach back, word of mouth, support and purchase, retweet, share, tell a friend, doing your research on who you can support throughout the year, not just during Black History Month, and not just doing when something happens. Giving a chance to people that have potential and that are willing to learn and want to grow. And on this point in particular, giving a chance can help a lot. That first opportunity, that first job, that first client, that first purchase can help a business and a creative. It can help them get from point A to point D. It can help them get much further than they were. And sometimes people are credible, they have the portfolio, they have the work ethic, they just need that one good opportunity to get them going and get them into the point that they need to be in, because you never know, they could have been trying to find that opportunity everywhere, and it just wasn't coming along, and it just wasn't working out. But you giving them that one chance just changed a whole lot for them, because somebody gave you a chance at some point in your career, in your life, in your field, in your business. Somebody gave you a chance. And lastly is mentorship. Show someone that you once were the ropes. If you see that it's somebody who's going into the same path that you're in, and they kind of have that same momentum, that same fire that you had, that same drive that you had maybe a couple years ago, and you see yourself in them, it doesn't hurt to take them under your wing and say, look, I was just like you. Let me help you out a little bit. I might not know everything, but I can help you with some things. We can learn together, but I just want to be able to let you know, I see you. I was once you. I might still be you, and I can help you out still. You can maybe help me out. But all of these things are ways that you can help Black brands and Black businesses, and it was much more than just purchasing items. Yes, you should still purchase. Don't be cheap, because you're not cheap when it comes to buying Balenciaga, Vitamins, Gucci, Louis Vuitton, Chanel, Hermes, Givenchy, Balmain. You're not cheap when it comes to that. So don't be cheap when it comes to purchasing from Black owned brands, and you can show them support, and you can do many other things to help elevate their businesses and help elevate their mindsets, because it doesn't take anybody can have a product, anybody can sell a product or a service, but people need help to elevate and know the knowledge and the ins and outs of the industry that they're getting in, because it takes, to grow a good sustainable business, it takes more than just having a product and being able to sell it. Like, a lot of people can have a product. So helping somebody out, passing some information along, and opening up that opportunity palette for someone can be very helpful. So I hope that this video gave you guys some insight on what you can do to continue to buy Black, create our own, shop Black, and put some respect on Black brands and Black creatives' names before other people disrespect it. But thank you for watching. Happy Black History Month again. Make sure that you turn on your post notifications so that you're notified every time that I upload a video. Make sure that you subscribe to my channel if you like the content that you're seeing and you're watching. Support a Black business, and I will see you guys later. Peace out.